Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I just received my December Chic Beauty Box. It is a November-December box, but they tend to send them later. So like January, February comes in February, March, April comes in April. Anyway, this is the technically November-December Chic Beauty Box for the month of November-December. I can't speak today. Anyway, we're gonna jump to a full unboxing. There are 3 different variations and all the ones I saw online aren't the one I got. I did not get the James Charles palette. So today, we're going to talk about everything inside my Chic Beauty Box. Now, if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe because I upload every other day. That'll be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into this bi-monthly subscription box with me, stay tuned. So, like I said, there are 3 variations this month, 2 of which come with the Morphe James Charles palette, 1 which does not. And I actually used to own that palette. I did downsize it and declutter it when I moved to Colorado. I got rid of a lot of makeup that was expired, old, or things I just didn't use. Anything that was able to be sanitized and donated was. Everything that was old and expired was thrown away, and unfortunately it hurt a little, but out with the old, in with the new. So I actually got the other variation, which I'm on the fence about, and we're going to jump into that. First item out of this box retails for $46, and this is from BECCA Cosmetics. This is the Ocean Jewels palette. Now, I'm going to show you the inside, but I'm not going to be using this today. It's complicated, and I've said this on my channel many, many times, but I don't like using discontinued products on my channel because I fall in love with it, I want to use it on camera, and you can't go buy it anymore. So I'm going to open this and show you the inside. It is a highlighting palette, but I will be giving this away because I, again, don't want to fall in love with a palette of discontinued item. I am, however, still going to be applying highlight with you, and I am going to be applying the BECCA highlight with you because the formula is the same. I'm going to be using the BECCA Cosmetics Champagne Pop Highlighter. This was made many years ago in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. And even though BECCA has gone out of business and will no longer be making products, this product will still be being made, produced, and sold. I'm not sure if you know this, but Estee Lauder owned BECCA and Smashbox. And the BECCA Cosmetics Champagne Pop Highlighter will still be available through Smashbox, which I think is a really cool way for a little piece of BECCA Cosmetics to stay alive. Now, it is an absolutely beautiful formula. I'm just taking that on a Sigma 40 brush, which is currently my favorite highlight brush. You know me, I change my brushes every other day, but this is what I'm liking right now. I think it gives a beautiful sheen to the skin, and it just diffuses that product beautifully. Now, like with every highlighter, I do like to take my blush brush and just kind of blend over it. That adds a little bit of that sheen to the rest of the cheek just to make it look a little more natural. It gets rid of that stripe on the face, and it also adds a tiny bit of blush over the top so it all just melts together. Now, I believe on the palette from the research I've done, the formula is the same. So if you do get this, you're going to love it. And it has 5 different colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors. I'm just going to be using the one that I know anybody who is watching at home who might want to go and pick up this product and can't, you can get this one. Now that we've added some glow, I'm a little shiny in the T-zone. So for the next item, this is from Clarins. This is the Perfecting and Mattifying Kit, retailing for $53. It comes like this, and when you open it, it elevates. It's actually really cool. It has a mattifying powder and a little puff to use it, as well as little oil blotter sheets. Now, I'm not going to be using the blotter sheets today because that's great for when you're on the go, but when you're sitting at home in front of a camera, I'm going to use a brush and I'm going to use the blotting powder. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and just add it to the center of the face where I tend to get shiny. Notice I'm not putting it on the cheek. I don't want to take down the shine. I just added highlighter. So I really want to concentrate little bits of this powder. And notice I pat it on. Then when there's nothing left on the brush, I just kind of back and forth, blend it in and blend it away. That way I don't get any buildup of powder on the skin. I've been using a lot of different Clarins products for quite a while now, and I have liked pretty much all of them. This did instantly take down the shine. It did not add any buildup of powder, but it definitely, in this area, like, my makeup needs a little bit of love. So, like, If you are, disclaimer, I recently moved to Colorado from Florida. It is not nearly as humid here as it was in Florida. So I am currently dealing with dry skin for the first time in my entire life. So even though I was a little bit shiny in the T-zone, this area is looking very dry. So that's going to be my little disclaimer while I figure out how to fix my dry skin, which is something I've never had to deal with before. Let me know your tips and tricks down below, because some of the ones I've been using have been working, some of them I'm not loving, and I definitely really need to get this situation under control. The next item is from Bare Minerals. This is the Round the Clock eyeliner. This retails for $17, and it is a generic brown-black eyeliner. I will be dropping this in a giveaway just because I have, actually the cup's right here. I have so many open eyeliners right now, and I really feel guilty opening a product that I'm never going to use more than once because I have my favorites. I love my Beauty For Real eyeliners. I love my Makeup Forever eyeliners. Every time I open a new one, I try it and I'm like, it's okay. I'm not upset with it. And then I never use it again. So that is a product I will be passing on. The next product I actually destocked and decluttered from my collection when I moved down here. This is a lipstick from Laura Geller. It is the 50 Kisses Lip Locking Lip Color. It is a $27 value. I received this, I want to say, in a BoxyCharm a while ago. I am familiar with the formula. I did not love it, to the point where when we moved, I decluttered. I had 4 drawers of lipsticks. Now I have 1. I got rid of anything I wasn't using, anything old, and anything expired. And I really don't want to open something that I'm never going to use because I, again, will use it once, and I've already known I will leave it in a drawer to die for the next 3 years, and then I'll throw it away. So I'm going to drop that in an upcoming giveaway as well. And the last item comes from Revlon. This is the Longwear Lip Liner, retailing for $8.99, and it is in the shade Pink. Now, I don't have a lip on right now. I just have a little bit of the Jouer Lip Enhancer, just to add some hydration because my lips have been really dry. But I'm going to use the liner and then probably pop a gloss right on top of that. So this is definitely a nudie pink tone. Definitely not nudie, definitely very pink. So the formula feels really nice. I'm getting a nice smooth glide on my lips, and it is giving me some definition, but I really don't like the color. So I'm going to go throw a lipstick on top that is a little bit more of an appropriate color for me, and I'll be right back for my final thoughts on the box. Now, I did stick to a pink family for the lipstick, but I went with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, which is obviously much more of a nudie pink versus like a very bright pink. It's a little more nude, and I think with everything else going on, it looks really nice. Now, because of the tone of the lip, and this is something I do want you to be careful of, when you go in with such a nudie pink lip, it can tend to wash the skin out. I did already put blush on, but it feels like I didn't because the lip is so muted. So I am going to take a tiny bit of a darker, I'm actually going to mix these two together, but a darker blush tone just to add a little bit more warmth to the skin, because when you use a lip like that, it does tend to swallow it. So notice how this side looks washed out, but the side I put blush on is a little bit more alive. And that's what you want to do when you're doing your makeup. You want to make sure you're balancing so that if you find that you do your makeup and your face is done and you feel really great, and then you pop your lipstick on and then you look sick because you don't look like you have any color left in your face, add a little more blush, that will help. And for final thoughts, now this is a $35 every other month subscription box, and it is $151.99 value. This is actually the most expensive variation, and even though I only actually got to use 2 of the 5 products, if you are a consumer who's not filming on YouTube, you're going to love the highlighter. It is a beautiful formula. It's just for someone like me who's talking about makeup, it doesn't make sense for me to open something that you can't go and purchase if you don't get this box. So for me, that just doesn't make that item worth it. Unfortunately, it was one of the more expensive items, but just based on the mattifying powder alone, it paid for the value of the box. If you're someone who goes through eyeliners a ton and doesn't have 1,000, you're really going to like the eyeliner. And then going back to that lip, I didn't love it. I'm going to open it. I'm not going to like open the tube, but I'm going to show you the outside of the tube so you can see why I decluttered it. It is a very frosty pink. See how it's a little bit more of that like neutral pink, whereas mine is a little bit warmer. There's a little more red orange in this one, whereas this one is very gray pink. This is not flattering on my skin tone, which is why it was thrown away. after it sat in my drawer for as many years as it did. So it's a great formula. If you are deeper than me and you go in with a deep chocolate liner and a little bit of the light pink in the center, you can get a beautiful ombre lip. Or if you're fairer than me, you can use this as a nude. But anybody who's around my complexion, I don't think this color will work for you. Anyway, just kind of looking at everything as a whole, definitely got your money's worth out of this box if you did purchase it. It's a great variation. It's great products. I'm actually happier with this variation than I would have been with any of the others. It really, the major difference is whether or not you got this with this, or the James Charles palette with a regular BECCA highlighter, or the James Charles palette with this. So it's really a combination of those three products, and if you take out the fact that the palette is discontinued, I think this is the best variation. If not, honestly, I just didn't want the Morphe James Charles palette. I've already owned it, and there's a lot of color in it. If you did get it, it's a pigment palette. So pat and then buff. It's going to take some time to get used to. It's not an eyeshadow. It is a pressed pigment. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear it. And please, dry skin recommendations. I will take all of them. Thank you again, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.